Hey, ladies of the Dabbleverse, I'm good at eating pussies.
Mumbling Nick in the back room, glary. Cool pineapple rules, too strength to bear. It's the Z-Said cake, you've got some flair. Time to break the chains and take the air. I will try my best, won't let it rest. With a mic in hand, I'll ace this test. From the shadows to the limelight's crest, I will try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Nick's voice stumbles, but the words ignite. In the chaos, truth takes flight. No more scripts, no boss in sight. He's got his dream, he'll do it right. I will try my best, won't let it rest. With a mic in hand, I'll ace this test. From the shadows to the limelight's crest, I will try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Nick's voice stumbles, but the words ignite. In the chaos, truth takes flight. No more scripts, no boss in sight. He's got his dream, he'll do it right. I will try my best, won't let it rest. With a mic in hand, I'll ace this test. From the shadows to the limelight's crest, I will try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Interviews roll, stories unfold. Mumbling no more, his voice turns bold. Mr. C cheers from the sidelines cold. Equal pineapple left in the cold. Now the studio's his, the future bright. Nick's own podcast is guiding light. No more whispers, his tone takes flight. He's soaring now with all his might. Yeah!
Taz, if you want me to go down on you, I will. I'll try my best. Yeah, try my best. Holy shit, I should probably pay attention, right? Probably. What's up, everybody? Happy Memorial Day. Hope everyone had a good day. Considering what it is, celebrating those who, more like honoring those who gave their lives in battle for our freedom. And, not just a day off from work and a cookout and all that stuff, but yeah, the serious stuff. All right. Sorry. Russian to get this good. Not Russian. We're American here. I am a real American. USA, right? Rushing to get this together. So, yeah, haven't gone live by myself in a while. Just been streaming with other people like Echo Pineapple, like Papa Kill, like Joey C and Lou, like the sweetheart there, Wendy, the slow adult. No, nobody's rooting for Putin, buddy. Nobody's rooting for Putin. What's American Cupcake? Good to see you. Mr. Baumart. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so when I saw the other night, Saturday night there, what's his face? Anthony Cumia went on MLC, as I'm sure everyone knows. Oh yeah, MLA. Wendy thinks I'm missing all the time. Wendy's done at least 3 streams titled OG Mumble and Nick is missing, but no, I'm not missing. But anyway, I for those that probably saw the clips, if you didn't see the show live, Kevin Brennan had a ton of people on Saturday night. Looked like fucking BYB, looked like Clowntown, looked like something other than MLC. And like Jake Hudson even went on, and it was fucking hilarious. I'll run by that one real quick. So, hey Frank, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, I was I was gonna go on. I did end up going on Papa Kill. I do go on sometimes. Just he always starts like 1 in the morning and goes for like fucking 12, 15 hours, whatever it is. And it's always Saturday night. And this time of year, I actually usually landscape on the weekend. So usually I can usually only go for an hour or two. Then I gotta get to sleep because I got fucking manual labor in the morning. So, but I knew it was gonna pour on Sunday here, so knew I wasn't gonna have to work. So I was like, all right, I'll go on and stay on for a little while for once. But he always starts at least like an hour after Clowntown. So I was just watching Clowntown a little bit. Me and Big W, or Big Dummy as I call him, nicely call him. We have a little ball busting thing. We have good natured ball busting, I should say, we do to each other. So figured I'd watch, bust some balls. Mr. Blue Sky was on, love him. Anyway, Jake comes on, right? And typical Jake, he's being funny, but he's like, won't stop talking. And they got a panel full of people, so they're trying to get Jake to stop talking. And so they start sniping MLC. And Jake has the link to MLC, so he's all excited. He's like, I got the link if anyone wants it. And finally they're like, Jake, why don't you go on, Jake? And I'll be like, hey, what is this, Clowntown, Kevin? Because he's got all the guests. So they get Jake to go on. And of course, once Jake's on, he gets starstruck with Kevin Brennan and everything. And he's like, this isn't like Clowntown. This is like Puzzle Factory. And by the way, Clowntown's sniping you, Kevin. They're sniping you. So he like rats him out and everything. And then he has the balls to go back on Clowntown. It was fucking hilarious. But anyway. Oh. Thank you, Frank. You're always very good on the Puzzle Factory. Hope PK and DJ Electro make up. Yeah, that one surprised me. So a little behind the scenes on that, Frank. Just on my end. StreamYard's been acting fucking weird lately with when people pop on and on, or people put videos on and on. And like Big W, who I just mentioned, when he was on with Eckle the other day, every time Eckle would take a video down and put it back up, W couldn't see it anymore. He'd have to leave and come back, right? So Eckle thought it was just a Big W thing. But then when I streamed with him yesterday, same thing was happening with me. And sometimes it happens with people. And of course, Papa's always taking people down, putting people up, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes when he would take someone down and put them up, I couldn't hear them or for a while. Eventually it would work itself out. But when he first brings them back, I can't hear them. So I always have another tab open with YouTube there with I even have one right now. And I'll have YouTube on, watching the video, the live stream I'm on, and I'll have the volume low, right? So I can just kind of hear it in the background. And so I could hear them arguing, but I was hearing it like 7 seconds after it was happening, so I couldn't chime in. I was just letting it go. But yeah, she ripped into Papa. She ripped into PK. I mean, not ripped into, but yeah, she wasn't happy. I think that's just PK style. I know some people are like, oh my God, how do you guys go on that show? He's always yelling at you, treating you like shit. First off, I don't know if Papa's ever kicked me off. Maybe he has. Like when he kicks someone off, he brings them right back. You know how it works, right? He probably has, but I really can't remember him doing that. Like Saturday when I was on for hours, I didn't get the boot once. But when you deal with him offline, like behind the scenes, like he's actually very, very nice. He probably doesn't want me saying this, but he is. So he's always like, hey man, thanks for coming on the show. That was awesome, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure he does that with everybody. So he's actually a nice guy. Like Ava was actually the one that told me he was pretty nice off screen. So I think part of it's just an act, just a little character he's playing. But yeah, good stuff. Anyway, long story short, I kind of wanted, I heard that Cumia went on with on MLC and had a little debate with Liam, and I heard it was a conservative, liberal, racism thing. And I was like, oh, so I finally checked out the clip on Misery Loves Clips, and I actually found some of it interesting. So I figure I'd go over it. And, if the chat is inclined, we can discuss it. For those that have watched the political show I do sometimes with Liquid Cryptid, I am more on the left, but I am not your classic Democrat by any means. In fact, I'm not a Democrat. I am registered, like some states are registered independent. Mine is just unaffiliated, so I'm independent version. Do not like most Democrats. I'm just, more on the left, economic left, stuff like that. And so I'm not going to agree with everything Liam said during that thing. But I also think Cumia made some bad faith arguments. And if anyone in the chat disagrees, it'd be great just to chime in and let me know. And we have respectable debates here. We don't have the screaming matches. We don't even, I'm not going to yell at the chat, whatever. I think that gets us nowhere. And left versus right is not the most important fucking thing in the world, not even by close. Like I've said, I work with a ton of people on the right. Some of my best friends are right wing. Doesn't mean nothing, right? The guy landscape for is right wing, and we've been to each other's weddings. We love each other. It's not that important. I think it's more interesting than anything else. Shut the fuck up, commie. Thank you, King. Right, even King and I, right? We got this fun banter, right? We know how it is. Philip, tell me that you've seen the video of KB buying views on YouTube. Went from 500 views to 10,000 within an hour. And said that Shirley was paying for views the day before. That's hilarious. No, I did not see that. I am going to have to check that out. Oh, thank you, Youngo Vibes. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. I know that's tough for you. Coming to with all my bad takes. All right, you know what? Let's start. Oh, then the second thing I have, if I got time, just a little fun thing, is I noticed the other day when I was doing clips for the pineapple that Zumock, Chad mentioned that I can't remember if he said he was going to open or he already did open. I think he already did open for Rob Schneider in Florida. And somebody reached out. Rob needed someone for the Florida gigs. They suggested Chad, blah, 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 right? And that reminded me recently that that Rob did like a 5-6 minute set at CPAC last month. And I thought it'd be fun just to go over that, because I actually think that Chad is a funnier stand-up comic than Rob Schneider. And I think it's an interesting debate. Who are funnier comics? More liberal comics, more righty comics? I actually think people that don't aspire to either are the funniest, to be honest with you. Like, my all-time favorite, even though he was already old by the time I was old enough to watch stand-up, is George Carlin. George Carlin, to me, is the GOAT. My father loved him. My father's the one that got me, exposed me to George. George was great. In my mind, George was definitely more of a lefty than a righty, but George made fun of both. He made fun of liberals and he made fun of conservatives. And that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to be, because, yes, there are plenty of reasons to shit on, especially shit libs, especially the fucking corporate Democrats, plenty of the shit on, right? But I also think it's hard to be a comedian if you're conservative, because you have, especially these days, because you actually have to support the government, support the president like Trump, and that's not what comedy is about. It's about going after the establishment, going after, the elite, and the fact that they have to kiss ass to the elite, the current elite, it's hard. It's hard for them. And yeah, I thought Rob struggled during that set. So we can watch that quick set. It was bad. All right, let's see. Oh, looks like Frank wrote something. Let me see here. It's easy to debate Cumia. First, you have more charges than the average black man, violent included, and you're not even part of a targeted demo. Yes, very, very true, Frank. Yeah, I think second, you're engaged in more inappropriate behavior with minors online than the average black man. So that's partly where I was going to go with this, is I think Cumia, and I'm not going to do whataboutism, but I think in order to establish that Cumia is racist, as opposed to, he's just saying, I'm just stating facts. I'm just saying, naming and giving out information. I'm just naming facts, right? And I disagree. I don't think he cares about the things he claims to care about. And I think that's where, if I was Liam, that's where I would have went with it. And no, granted, easier said than done. I've been in these, not with, well, actually, you know what? One time Ah, man, maybe I should have dug this up. I actually did have a back and forth with Cumia once, sort of. I was not on a stream with Cumia, but I was on Buckman's show, Shmuel Buckman, and Cumia was in the chat. And I actually didn't even know Cumia was in the chat. He must have recently came on, and this was after, not long after the Rodney's gig, the first Rodney's gig with Stutter and John, where Cumia slapped the dude's glasses off his head or whatever. And that came up, and I brought up how I felt about it, and I've said it multiple times, and I'll just say it again. Cumia did exactly what that guy wanted him to do. I don't think that guy was arguing with Cumia in good faith, because that's what he does. Is he goes up to people. He did that to the dude in Minnesota who was going to the daycare, Nick fucking something. And he tries to get them to react to him, go after him. So yes, Cumia slapping his glasses off is exactly what this guy wanted. But I also thought Cumia looked like a bitch, because he did what he did. Right? He talks about John Sutter and John threatening violence and this and that. He acted violent. All the guy did was name stuff that Cumia did. And according to Cumia, he's just naming facts, right? Like literally, Liam could have used this against Cumia in his debate. And after Cumia did it, he walked behind his boys. And then like someone, I was calling him Timu American Cupcake, if American Cupcake's still here. There was somebody there who kind of looked like Cupcake. And he's all puffing his chest out at that guy. Like, whoa, you want something? Like this guy would have had to fight like 5 people at least to even get to Cumia. So I thought Cumia looked kind of like a bitch. And I said that not knowing, I said that on Buckman's show, not knowing that Cumia was in the chat. And he typed something at me. So me and Cumia went back and forth for about 5 minutes, maybe even like just a few minutes, right? Me on the air, him in the chat. And yeah, afterwards I thought of other things I wish I had said. So I got to give Liam some leeway there, because when you're in the moment, it's not always easy to think of things. It's much easier when you're not involved. Like I've been in chats where I'm like, yo, say this. I've actually been in debates where afterwards, like unplanned debates that happen, right? And I'll finish the stream and I saw that like Ava's DM me like 5 times, like, yo, say this, say this. So it's like, it's much easier to think of, yes, Nick Shirley, thank you. Show some respect. Fuck that loser. I hate that guy. But yeah, yeah, seven dirty words. He was actually, the great thing about George is he had different segments of his, like he started off somewhat clean, I guess. And then he was doing like the hippie stuff, the hippie dippy Weatherman, and, in the 70s, and that went into the 7 dirty words or whatever. 80s, he had a little lull, but he still had, that's when he started playing with the words, like, I got stuff, a house is just a place for your stuff, we got to get more stuff, like that whole bit. And then the 90s, he had some of his best stuff, right? He had some of his best stuff. And then 2000s, he was good. Towards the end, it started the struggle. I know he was forced to do like one special a year. I think he had some kind of deal. He had to pay off some stuff. So that made it a little hard on him. But yeah. Why? Please tell me why. Well, he was kind of dishonest with that whole thing. Look, I'm not saying... First off, he was going to daycare, wondering why he wasn't allowed in a daycare. Well, dude, you're a single dude with no kids. Why are you allowed in a daycare, right? He also was going a lot of times when they weren't open. And yes, there were some with some violations, but they actually were fine, shut and taken care of. Like, that thing was very misleading. It wasn't this big fucking story like he made it out to be. So, it's just, I hate when people dive on something and it blows up and now this is the whole fucking story. Suppose he was right. Suppose there were fucked up daycares in Minnesota. Okay. Let Minnesota take care of that. Let's shut them down. No one's in favor of fucked up people running daycares. Nobody. Nobody is. So what, to make that the whole fucking thing where the president's talking about it? Well, we got food for, I just spent $103 on groceries and I feel like I got nothing. All right, that's a little more important. The electric bill, rent, like one state having some corrupt daycares. Well, I'm guessing every state has corrupt daycares that need to be taken care of, and they should be taken care of 100%. But these shouldn't be national stories. It's a little fucking weird. Jesus. Yeah, he did have you're right. He did. I felt like he was starting to repeat himself, Philip, if that makes any sense. Yes, that whole American Dream segment is good. It's probably the best part of the whole thing, 100%. But some of it with the people in their fanny packs taking out their credit cards, buying things, like, I know, I've kind of heard that already. But no, that American Dream part was very good. Was very good. All right. Let's watch enough of me babbling. I just babbled for almost 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it was. Let's watch Cumia and Liam here on MLC. All right, full disclosure. Let's see. I've never streamed with Kevin Brennan. I've never streamed with Anthony Cumia. As I said, I've had a back and forth with him while I was on stream and he was in chat. I have streamed with Liam, but that was on Jake Hudson's podcast, so I don't know if that counts. And it was a long time ago. Liam probably doesn't even remember me, so I don't have a horse in this race. I do not. So it's not like I'm rooting for anybody here. I know Liam can be pompous. I know Cumia can be arrogant. Kevin, so they all have their personality traits, you know. Yeah, I don't even think KB knows who the fuck well, no, actually he does. KB didn't know who I was until he started sniping people as his thing. And a few times when he sniped Shmuel Buckman, I've been on. So he's made comments, especially during the whole Ashley thing, when he was going after Ashley. Yes, I know it. Yes. So this is what I'm saying. Yeah, my one or two experiences with Liam on Jake, he was fine with me. But yes, I have seen him be pompous. I have seen him troll people. I know what he is. So I'm just saying, I'm not, if I agree with Liam on something, I just want people to know it's not because I'm pulling for Liam. And if I agree with Cumia on something, it's not because I'm pulling for Cumia. I'm not really a fan of either of these men. Cumia was fucking hilarious back in the day. I've said that a million times. He was hilarious back in the day. I just think he's losing a little off the fastball. I think he's getting a little lazy. I actually remember one time Ava and I were both on Shmuel Buckman talking about Cumia. This was last year at some point. And we were trying to make the point that Cumia's Twitter is not funny. And neither Ava or I are people that get easily offended. We don't care. Well, I actually like racist jokes. I like sexist jokes. You can joke about fucking anything as far as I'm concerned, but just make it funny, craft it into a joke. Black people are monkeys or whatever. That's not a joke. That's not funny. And we're trying to make that point. And Shmuel trolls a little bit, so I don't know if he was on purpose not understanding what Avin and I were saying, but he thought Avin and I didn't think it was funny because we were offended, and we tried saying, no, they're not jokes. That's what we don't like. And he's like, well, they're not jokes to you, but some people find it funny. I'm like, no, meaning he's not crafting a joke. He's just saying black people are animals. N-words. Like, okay, that's not a joke. Like, if you craft a joke and it's racist, but it's funny, fucking home run, Cumia, home run. But when you just fucking, you know what's funny, Young Wise? First I thought you were making fun of me because I said Twitter, not X. Then I just realized you made fun of me because I said Twitter and not Twitter. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, if Cumia crafted something, and I've heard Cumia admit that he makes a lot more money posting racist shit than on X, so I don't have to say Twitter, than he does posting comedy things. So he does. I know he does it like kind of for money and shit, but yes, I remember that joke. What do you tell a woman with two black eyes? Nothing. You've told her twice already. Right. And those jokes are classics and they're fine. But like I'm saying, Cumia just puts out racist statements and thinks but they're not jokes. So anyway, that's the point I was making. All right. Let's see what these two, these two lovebirds have to say here? You know what? I should have started a little bit in. Misery Love Clips is good, but they always give you like a little, there we go. They always show you like a highlight from the thing. And, you know, I don't want, that's probably like 15 minutes in. All right.
He's doing all the shows tonight. One Anthony Cumia's here.
Fuck, Scarlett's back. Holy shit. Actually, she looks pretty good there. She's been looking like a mess lately. I can't do it. You know what? The only thing I like is Scarlett with fucking Jake Hudson is hilarious. Because she calls Jake a little boy, and Jake's like, I'm not a little boy. I'm 32 years old. It's fucking funny. What does Nick use to start his car? What kind of pants does he wear? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, King. I meant to address the thing you said back here. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry. I wasn't ignoring you. I was on a rant. A thing about that Nick dude. Did I lose it? Okay, here we go. Yeah, maybe if we weren't spending hundreds of millions on fake daycares. Get it, dummy? Yeah, I don't think we are spending hundreds of millions on fake daycares, though. And sure, I'm not down with the federal government or whatever paying hundreds of millions on daycares. Just like I'm not down with them giving billionaires all kinds of tax cuts and loopholes. Just like I'm not down with us giving Israel all this money and fucking weapons. Just like I'm not down with all the money we're spending in Iran right now. After we backed out of yet another fucking truce thing. My point is we spend way more money on other shit, but guys like this focus on something to try and blow it up, and then everyone just runs with it, and then the truth comes out, and it's far more exaggerated than what the reality was, you know? And that's all. And I've also come to understand that even if we stop spending all the money on daycares, wars, whatever it is, it's still not going to be spent on us. It's still not going to be spent on the American people. We get fucked 7 ways till Sunday, buddy. And until that stops, I don't know if it fucking matters. Truth is never racist, no matter how uncomfortable it makes you. Right? And we're going to talk about some truth during this thing. And see how it goes. What bothered me during this clip is, see if anyone else knows, is, again, I'm not on Liam's, it's not a personal thing where I'm on Liam's side here, but every time Liam would Cumia would say something, you know, trash Liam or say something to make his point. Whenever Liam would try to do a rebuttal, KB would cut him off and wouldn't let him do it. It was weird.
Who's that? Hello, everybody. I am.
Hello.
You. It's an honor. How is everyone?
We're doing great, but so I feel like I should make him.
Well, I
bigger.
had to come.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Cupcake, you had a question? What was your question? Let me see. Did you have a question, or is this a joke and I'm misunderstanding here? Oh, answer this question. What a fucking idiot. What does Nick use to start his car? What kind of pants does he wear? Well, I used to use keys to start my car, but now I use a fob. And I wear oh, I get it. I do, yes. I do wear khakis. That's the fucking funny part. I do wear khakis. Khakis, I get it. Khakis. I gotcha. I wear khaki shorts too. I'm like a fucking Vietnam vet wearing my khakis. Khakis.
Come on. I had to come on to address
Carmex,
Liam.
I'm going to take you off for a second so we can see Cumia better.
I had to come on to address Liam on the.
Wow, Scarlett cleans up nice. I've only ever seen trashy Scarlett, and it don't look good. It was a turnoff. She does clean up nice. I don't think I want to watch her videos because I think that would change my mind, but she actually looks good there.
N-word stuff.
Yeah, I was genuinely asking because you say you've never said the N-word. I was surprised.
Why would I ever say that I never said the N-word?
I don't know.
That is insane. But that's what the shit is going around now. Is like, Cumia said he never said the N-word. Not true. Here's what's official here. Let me turn this to. Why is it coming out of here? Oh, it's this one. Don't worry about it. It's because
I hate getting old. I had my first knee surgery when I was 25, and I'm 47. So that was fucking 22 fucking years ago. Just the way I was sitting, all of a sudden my knee was fucking killing me, and I can't even stream without fucking having to adjust myself and be in pain. Getting old fucking sucks.
I never called a black person the N-word to their face while I was having some problem with them. I don't go, oh, that Godfrey, he's an N-word. Never.
I agree, Phil. I actually liked. We had a few weeks where we did debates. American Cupcake was on for an interview. It wasn't like a classic debate or anything, but it was an interview, and then we'd give our opinion afterwards. And yeah, I really like that stuff. This is where Cumia. No, I get it. He's Anthony Cumia, right? He's a big name, so he doesn't have to fucking debate anyone he doesn't want to debate. I don't expect him to debate a guy like fucking me who he doesn't know. Like I said, the fact we had that back and forth that one time when I was on a stream and he was in the chat, I found that fucking crazy, right? So I don't expect Cumia to fucking debate a fucking nobody like me. But he didn't debate Ava after that whole fucking thing. And now here he knows Kevin's going to back him up. Fucking Comic got booted, but he's a fucking fanboy, right? And I don't think Cumia is fucking afraid or anything, but it's like he knows he has backup here. He's got backup. So it's never a one-on-one thing. I wish he had the one-on-one with fucking Ava, but it didn't fucking happen. Oh, if this is the real Cumia, I'd be impressed. I'm very astute with tech. Well, I am not astute with tech, so you got me there. It was an open YouTube window I had behind the browser I was looking at. You must be talking to somebody else, I'm guessing. All right.
Happen. And my social media accounts. There's no N-word in my social media accounts ever. Never use it. Now, I will say when I see a group of young teens having a get-together or a gathering, like Brandon Johnson in Chicago says, I will say that they're animals, they're being savages, they're being this. But the N-word specifically, I don't use it. I don't use it in that respect.
By Ava, you were blocked, Cumia? I was, I don't know, I talked to Ava off behind the scenes, and I remember she was pretty excited about it. I think she was even I'm not saying practicing, but doing more research, taking notes or whatever for whatever the topic was. So I'd be shocked if she had you blocked, because I remember she really wanted to do it.
So you're a virulent racist, but you don't cross it.
That makes sense. Yes,
I'm
that
a
I
virulent
understand.
racist,
Okay.
but I don't say it.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying no. What you're saying is you say these things, but there's a line you would never cross.
Liam, shalom. What makes me a virulent racist? Things I talk about on air, things I post on social media. Show me one thing that isn't true. There is a problem in the community with crime. I bring it up. That makes me a racist? No, it doesn't. It makes me somebody who's addressing a genuine problem. But you guys, Godfrey, Chad.
So is there a problem with black people, or is there a problem in the inner city? Is there a problem in urban areas and poor cities? Or is it like all the black? No, yes. Some rappers that started out there, then they get famous and they're still fucking assholes and think they're fucking gangbangers. Yeah, they're pieces of shit too. I'm not going to act like they're not. They're fucking pieces of shit. But just this broad brush that black people are fucking animals or whatever, just to get clicks, views, whatever. If you believe it, fine. But I find it hard to believe that he actually cares about, everything that's happening, the innocent people in all these fucking communities and whatever. Like I'm saying, I'm not doing whataboutism, but I believe it comes up sexual assault, other assaults like that. Okay. Right now, we're bombing fucking we're fucking bombing Iran again on behalf of fucking Israel. Why? Because our president is in the fucking Epstein files, just like Bill Clinton was in the fucking Epstein files. We got a fucking sexual predator as fucking president, who I'm guessing Cumia supports. I know he did before, unless he doesn't support him now. So who are the fucking animals? Who are the fucking monsters? And I'm not blaming all white people because of fucking Donald Trump. So why would I blame all black people and all white people because of fucking Jeffrey Epstein? So why would I blame all fucking black people because of fucking some scumbags? Yeah, they're also way behind us when it comes, they were fucking slaves until the fucking, in the 1800s. Then there was fucking Jim Crow, fucking long time, civil rights when it was fucking not that fucking long ago. It's not like they've had a long fucking trajectory here to get where we fucking are right now.
You have to say, oh, he says the N-word to black people because you need me to be a racist, because only a racist would do that. A racist isn't someone addressing genuine problems in this country.
How is that a false equivalency there, Mr. Buckman? The point I'm trying to make is, like, I don't think he cares. Like, he really cares. Like, oh my God, like, you stay up all night worrying about all the violence in the inner cities. No, just wants to shit on black people. Doesn't care about all the other shit that's going on. Just that fucking shit. Compound, but you have been charged and accused of more heinous things than the average black man. What do you say about that? Stick with one argument. No, I'm making my argument. But black people. What do you think? Black people are all animals, Buckman? Is that what you're saying? Do you think they're committing all the fucking crimes, the majority of the crimes? Is that what you think? No. The point I'm trying. All right, we'll get to the point when Cumia says what I know what he says here.
But you look at it like, oh, he's a racist. Why? Tell me why I'm a racist, Liam.
Wait, so when you're in Times Square drunk tweeting at midnight that you want to shoot a black woman, what problem are you addressing?
All right. I would love to address that. Liam, you're an idiot. I never, ever said that. Never said it. Never even implied that.
You got fired for it, Ant.
You didn't see. No, I got fired because my bosses decided they didn't want to deal with the pushback that I was getting for, again, just stating the obvious. There's an obvious jump to violence when a black person has a problem with a white person. Instead of a conversation,
says the guy who smacked the glasses off another guy just because that guy stated some facts, right? Cumia claims he's just stating facts. It's not racism. I'm just stating facts. Well, that guy stated facts to Cumia, and Cumia responded with violence. Now he's saying black people respond with violence. I'm not saying black people never respond with violence. Everyone responds. White people, black Asians, people respond with violence. No, because he does the whole. I've watched this already. I watched it once. He does the whole. He calls Liam a dumb liberal, whatever the fuck. So I got ahead of things. All right, I know where this is going, which is fucking stupid. Has nothing to do with anything. And I find the racism thing honestly boring. I think, Cumia, you've admitted you're racist. Have you not? Have you not admitted you're racist? So that's why I find part of this a little fucking silly. What is insanely disproportionate? That guy stated facts to you, and you slapped him. but you want to state facts and you don't want anything to happen to you. And I don't think anything should. I'm a huge First Amendment guy. I want to say this. You should be able to say whatever the fuck you want, dude. I don't care what the fuck you say. Like, you 100% should. I'm not someone that goes after people that protest, that takes their fucking signs. Anyone can have any fucking sign they want. That's their fucking property. Anyone can do whatever the fuck they want. Right? Say whatever the fuck they want. So you have every right to say all the shit you're saying. But just own it when you say it.
Or a lively debate, they go right to punching. And that's what this woman did. I had a gun on me, Liam. I didn't even fucking brandish it. I didn't think of using it because I wasn't in danger of having my life taken from me. Self-defense didn't come into play at that point.
This is the part where I have to give you credit. If you had your gun on you, and I mean, this was so long ago, I don't fucking remember. Yeah, the woman fucking attacked you. You didn't use it because you knew you weren't in danger. 100% respect on that one. 100%. I think people are way too jumpy with the fucking guns when they have them on them. That's the only reason I'm not a big gun guy. Like, I'm not big anti-gun or anything like that. It's just when people have them, they seem to be way too quick to use them. You know, like Kyle Rittenhouse had a fucking plastic bag thrown at him and he fucking used it. So it gets, you know, people get a little jumpy with it. So bravo for you for not using it.
I got hit. I went back to my apartment and I used my voice on social media and said, there's a problem in this community that needs to be addressed. And I called her a savage and an animal. That's what she was acting.
You can walk away, Anthony. You made no attempt to walk away until after you slapped him. And then you walked behind your buddies. I'm not saying the guy wasn't a dick. He was a dick. He wanted attention. He wanted what you gave him. He wanted to film you reacting. I bet he was fucking thrilled that you slapped his glasses off of him. I bet that's 100% what he wanted. But still shouldn't have done it, you know?
Like, never said the N-bomb. Never dropped it. And people like you say you threatened to shoot a black woman. It's bullshit. You're a liar. You're ignorant, uninformed. And this is what perpetuates shit like this. Tell me something else I did that makes me a racist. That's total bullshit, Liam. Go ahead.
Something else you did that makes you, well, I mean,
I don't know any
You
cities
said
that are all
one
black
I
in this
threatened
country.
to shoot a black
Right.
woman, which
screaming. So you weren't screaming the N-word on Twitch when you couldn't log on to a.
And most of the mostly all black countries are in like Africa and other places where there isn't fucking a lot of water, or climate change is cooking it, and there isn't soil where you can fucking easily plant things. So it's tough to be rich when your environment doesn't want to cooperate with you.
Thing
who was I calling the N-word?
doesn't matter,
Nick Fuentes.
right?
I was calling Nick Fuentes the N-word because his platform was very hard to log on to. Is that me offending black people? Is that me calling a black person the N-word?
You're a guy with a platform, Anthony.
Who cares? And when I'm on my podcast or
Cumia, I'll be honest with you. Like, I know this is your first time here, and I appreciate you being here. I usually do a political show with a guy named Liquid Cryptid who kind of got some tension in the Dabbleverse because he's the one that started like recording all Stuttering John shit and putting it out after John put it behind the thing. And he's more of a righty, I'm more of a lefty, and we usually have these debates, but it's not what's happening tonight. But the racism thing, believe it or not, it's not a very interesting topic for me. I'm covering this tonight because I actually find something more interesting that happens later in the conversation. I'm more into economics and stuff like that. Like, you know, how the fucking elites fuck us bottom 99%ers all the fucking time, both on the Republicans and the Democrats. They fuck us big time. That's the shit I usually cover. I don't usually cover the racism shit. I'm not really interested in what's happening in Africa or all this shit. I'm not a fucking total bleeding heart liberal. Like, I care about America and Americans before I care about what happened in other countries. I care about what happens to Americans more than I care about what happens than what Russia's doing the fucking holy shit, I'm blinking. I stand with what's Stuttering John's shirt? Why am I fucking blinking? Holy fuck. Yeah, Ukraine. I care more about fucking Americans than I do Ukrainians. Sorry. I just do. So I'm not what you think I am, dude. Can't stand the Democrat Party. Fucking Nancy Pelosi can go suck a fucking dick. Chuck Schumer's fucking useless as a fucking boil on my fucking asshole. Fuck all these people. So, yeah, I know, Don. I had the biggest fucking brain cramp of my fucking life. I'm too busy thinking of fucking Israel and Iran over here. You care about innocent white Americans being beaten and killed by blacks? I do. I care about any innocent Americans being beaten, no matter what color they are. Do you care about all the children who were raped and molested in the Epstein files that's been nothing done about it by Donald Trump because he was involved in it, and got nothing done by Bill Clinton because he was involved? I do. Do you? Or if it's not black versus white, you don't care. Is that the only reason you care when it's black versus white? Or do you care in general?
My show on ABC, I never use the N-word. I don't use it when I'm not using it to be offensive to black people. I'll recite a statement or a quote that someone else said while I'm reading a story, but I don't say,
he did get a plastic bag thrown at him.
Or that guy's
the fucking child molester motherfucker, who the first guy he killed, who was a piece of shit, don't get me wrong. But if Rittenhouse had killed him, finding him in the act of fucking molesting somebody, then Rittenhouse would have been a hero. But Rittenhouse had no idea the guy was a piece of shit. He got chased and had a plastic bag thrown in his fucking direction. The pussy pulled his gun out. That's all.
Never did it. Never did it. What about another one? Give me another one, Liam.
Well, so you're saying, so let me ask you this. You're talking about over-the-air radio where they have standards and practices. You're saying I don't say the N-word on, you don't say the F-word either. I mean, you know.
I have a podcast 4 days a week, 4:30 to 6 p.m. on Censor.tv. Thank you for the ability. What? And even on that, I don't go, they're a bunch of N-words.
No, you say savages. You say animals.
Yeah.
You degrade and debase them.
Context, Liam. What's the context? I'm telling a story about a horrific murder of white people or black people, and I'm calling the murderers savages and animals.
Scarlett agrees with you, and she's got all the brain cells of a fucking goldfish over here. Let's hold a shock jock to standards of an academic or politician. So dumb. Who the hell is doing that, dude? I hold people to fucking human standards, Buckman. So if you're a shock jock, you can be a fucking scumbag. I mean, you can. You absolutely can. That's your right, and a lot of them are. But don't be shocked if someone calls you out for it. Like, free speech goes both ways. And obviously free speech, I get, is the government. But I'm saying people think that they can just say what they want and then, nothing matters here. Hey, we don't take so kindly of your kind around these parts. Now, Skeeter, he done nothing wrong. No. I don't know about you, Buckman. Always ass kissing.
You don't think they are? Based on what? Just the color of their skin? Who's more racist, Liam? Me for calling them animals, or you for saying black people shouldn't be called animals no matter how animalistic they're being?
I don't think anyone should be called animals.
Oh, no one should be. Oh, now it's Liam. It's fucking.
All right, that's where I disagree with Liam. If someone's acting like if somebody's raping somebody, they're a fucking animal. Doesn't matter if they're black, white, whatever. No fucking problem. In general, Cumia, you calling anybody who's attacking somebody who's a rapist, whatever, a fucking animal. The problem is, you've kind of, and why you're probably getting grief from people like Liam and all that shit, is you've kind of set a fucking standard here where you're always talking about black people and you're not talking about the other side. If you're not talking about white people doing fucking similar things or whatever, it's it's obviously it's just when black people do it is when it seems to fucking bother you. I don't know if that's the point Liam's trying to make, but again, I have a different opinion than Liam. I have no problem with anyone calling a rapist or a fucking murderer or a fucking child beater a fucking animal. Because they are fucking animals.
Right.
La la, que sera, sera.
Right. Absolutely.
Liam,
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Called animals. Why, Liam? Why should an animal that rapes and murders somebody not be looked at and go, that fucking animal? Why, Liam? Give me your take on why that person shouldn't be addressed as an animal.
I'm saying you are tarring an entire race as animals and savages.
I did not.
Tarring was not the best choice of words, Liam. I was going to say that.
Did not. When did I do that?
Do you talk about white? Do you talk about white murderers that way?
Animal. It's a
Puerto Rican murderers that way.
A specific.
Right. There's one. Right. There's one specific race that you have a problem with, and you like to call them savages and animals.
I have a problem with a community of people that perform crimes at an unbelievable level. That's my problem. It needs to be addressed. You don't think so? You think these street takeovers and the beaches being inundated by hundreds of people from one community causing problems isn't something we should go, I wonder what that's about. No, Liam, you want to see the race in that and go, well, we can't talk about it because they're black? That's more racist, Liam.
Wait. Okay, so when you say street takeovers, so you're saying that protests are the same as murder?
No, I'm not saying protest. I'm saying every weekend, every day of the week now, it seems, especially with summer coming in the beaches, there are groups of 200 or more people, vast, overwhelming.
All right. Are there ghetto-ass people in this country? Yes, 100%. Is that the most important fucking thing? No, who gives a fuck? Are there poor white trash motherfuckers in this country? Yes. That also do fucking weird, fucking annoying things? Yes. When you only focus on one aspect, that's where the racism comes in. When you're only pointing out the one race that's doing things, not saying, do black people kill people? Yes. Are there black people that rape people? Yes. Are there black people that act like fucking animals? Yes. Do white people do the exact same fucking thing? Yes. So that's where the racism comes in, Anthony. And the fact that it bothers you more when black people do it than when white people do it is the racism. Again, this isn't a topic I usually cover. It's not something that it fucking takes up. And it's easy for me to say I'm a heterosexual white male. So the only minority thing about me is I'm an agnostic. I'm not fucking religious, Christian, or whatever. Other than that, I'm pretty much in the majority with most fucking shit. So
amount of them being young black people.
Every day.
They are committing vandalism, assaults, stealing, theft, and no one can talk about it because they're black. This is an overwhelming majority of people. That's what I talk about. I'm not making.
Nobody can talk about. Like, I remember growing up with the fucking TV show Cops. There was a whole thing done in this. Had to admit that they literally went to the poorest black. They over showed crime committed by black people, which kind of put this narrative into the country, making it worse than it fucking was. They overexposed instead of like going to like white fucking crimes. They were every fucking Saturday night or whatever fucking night, bad boys, what you gonna do? Show was on. They were showing black people committing crimes, and you know what? It made people afraid. Like I admit, you know, if I was in a inner city with black people when I was younger compared to an inner city with white people, I was more scared. It fucking puts that in the fucking subconscious, you know? So it works. It 100% works. And I guess it's still in Cumia's. It's still stuck in his brain.
It up I'm not cherry picking. This
You
goes
are.
on, Liam. You fail to see it. You don't want to
Well,
see it.
I saw
So
some
people
other
like me
producers
that
say
address
something
it and
different.
Go, oh, you're a racist. That's what I see in you, Liam, a racist.
You're saying it's only black people and it's exclusively black people.
No, I
And
said the overwhelming majority. Don't try to pigeonhole.
that's not
me
true,
into
though. That's
everything.
factually inaccurate.
It is absolutely true. You're being disingenuous.
So you're
now.
saying you look at nationwide crime stats, it's like 80% black people.
Liam, we
Overwhelming
we're not going to go down to stats. The stats.
Right, and here's where, and I get it, Kevin doesn't want his show to get bogged down, but this is where it starts when fucking certain times where Liam will try to rebut something Cumia says, Kevin cuts him off. And like, we don't have time for fucking stats. And I get it, you can use different stats for different fucking things, blah, 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 right? But he's not letting him defend himself when Cumia is saying the overwhelming majority. Now, is there, what is it, 13%? I forget the percentage. It's in the teens of the country made up by black people. And yes, the crimes that they get arrested for and everything are higher, way higher than the percentage of people in the country. But then you got the other stats where white people and black people roughly smoke weed the same, but black people are, whatever it is, 2-3 times more likely to be arrested for it. So there's also racial profiling, racism in the police. So obviously black people are getting arrested for crimes more than white people because of that shit. It doesn't mean they're committing the crimes more. It means they're getting arrested for it more. And here's a half a black right here. What's up, Krishan? What's up, buddy? MAGA Black. How you doing, brother? I was watching your show the other day. It was pretty good. It's the per capita numbers that make the... I was right with the 13. Fantastic. After I couldn't think of the fucking country Ukraine, I was afraid to fucking say anything. Do they commit 50% of the violent crime, or are they arrested for 50% of the violent crime? And I'm not saying they don't commit more violent crime than white people. I'm guessing with the numbers, even with the racism in law enforcement, they probably are. But as I said, they're also not in the same situation as white people. With they haven't had a real ton of time to establish themselves after, again, slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights, all that shit, right? Still, some of it's still in our recent history. So, and things are just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse with how things are going.
You could do stats. You could do stats for the end of time.
I need my producer to get me some stats.
I'm very careful in how I talk about things. But Liam is a typical one of these typical guys,
right?
Liberals that don't want to see what's right in front of their face. And when someone brings it up and puts it in front of his face, he's got to call them a racist, sexist, homophobic, Islamophobe, whatever other thing, because he's discrediting me. Because perish the thought, some people listen to me and actually open their eyes and see there is an issue that needs to be dealt with. I'm not saying anyone should be killed. I'm not saying people should be sent away. All I'm saying, Liam, is that there is a problem in the community that needs to be looked at and addressed. Is that racist?
So how do we help the community? With social programs, by giving higher pay and jobs, higher wages, all stuff that the right wing is against, right? Can we help them out a little bit? Get them in special program, all those things that it's the pull yourself up by your bootstraps mentality. Well, if there's a problem, let's fix the fucking problem, right? Let's fix certain issues going on here. The way we're handling drugs is not good in this country. This fucking just say no, kill, look, we got to do much better than we're fucking doing here, right? The way we're doing economically, where the rich keep getting more and the poor keep getting less, that's not helping. That's going to lead to far more crime. That's going to lead to more robberies, more violent fucking crime, all that shit. People are going to lose their homes. They're going to get all stressed out. They might take it out on their family members, right? Might take it out on their spouse. It's going to lead to more fucking crime. This stuff is all related. It's all fucking related. I know Buckman gave me shit earlier, but this shit is all fucking related. So, all right, you know what, Cumia? There's a big problem in the inner city. So let's fix it. Locking people up in jail doesn't seem to be working since we have fucking way more people locked up per capita than fucking anybody else. And so it's not fucking working. So what's your plan? What are we going to do? Or do you just want to say racist shit on fucking Twitter and make money off of it? Probably, right? It makes you a lot of money. So fuck it, right? Makes me wonder if you actually care about this shit. Probably not.
So on Twitter, you didn't say always shit with these FNs, giving his address to the conductor. They never have tickets. Now she's got to spend time taking his obvious bullshit story address and never.
I wasn't talking
So
about.
what does N stand for? If you're not the N word.
Liam, we know what it stands for. We know what it stands for. It's not law and order. It's
Anthony's
not law and
denying
order.
he tweets this. So I'm asking.
It's not law and order. You're not a prosecutor.
It's not I'm not.
There Kevin is again. Stick it up. Liam, whatever. You agree with him or not, he's making a point. He's actually making a valid point. So, unfortunately, I got to plead ignorance here. I don't know what Liam actually said about Cumia before all this that led to this debate. So, I don't know that. So, I don't know if fucking Cumia is claiming he never fucking said the N-word. I don't know. I got to be honest. I can't think of a specific example of him saying it. I know he dances. I don't read his fucking Twitter every day. Not even close. I just see shit here and there when it falls. I don't even think I follow him. But yeah, obviously some shit will pop up on my feed here and there. But I can't picture him. I can't think, of an example of him saying it. I think he most likely is smarter than that, and wants to keep his job on WABC or whatever it is there. So he'll dance all around it and say things like animals and monkeys and N-words and shit like that instead. So
saying these effing, I'm not saying it. I'm not spelling it out.
Right.
I'm saying
we know what it is.
We
know what N stands for.
Yeah, that's why
Anthony.
I found some of this confusing.
I've seen it plenty of times.
I kind of remember him admitting he was a racist.
Showing another example of people that come on and don't pay for a ticket and cause problems when they're asked to pay for the ticket.
Here's another quote.
Liam.
Wait, KB, I have to respond. January 11th, 2023. Give a FN a little power and money, and this is the entitled piece of shit you'll get.
Where are you
That's
calling
you.
from his Twitter right now?
Yeah, so I was trying to remember if he meant maybe I was taking this wrong, Krishan. I was taking it as, I know Cumia said it on O&A in joking ways before. So I was trying to think, I don't know if they meant something more recent or whatever. You missed it, Krishan. Cumia was actually in the chat earlier for this, so we had a good little back and forth. It was nice. Then Buckman, wherever you are, Buckman, start sticking your nose in there. But yeah, I almost think it's pedantic whether someone said the fucking N-word or not. If you say N-word, if you say monkey, it's not the end all be all. They've been looking forever trying to find audio or video of Trump saying the fucking N-word. As if that's going to change anything. As if, now he's racist. He said the fucking N-word. No, you either think he's racist. There's evidence enough, in my opinion, that he's racist. I don't need to hear him fucking say the fucking N-word. I don't need to hear Cumia say the fucking N-word. And if somebody's racist, they're racist. Look, we're all little. Look, there's a race where I'm mildly racist against. I admit it. Not they're all animals. They're all savages. They should all fucking whatever. Go to prison. They should all die. Nothing like that. But there's a certain race that some of their I kind of judge a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, and obviously that race is the African Americans when it comes to Cumia. I wish I had time earlier to look up what led to all this. I don't know what Liam said to lead to. The only thing I could grab from context clues here is that Liam claims and Anthony claims he never said the fucking N-word. I don't fucking know.
I'm quoting from his Twitter.
Please, Liam, tell me the story that I was addressing when I wrote that.
Well,
Can
the
you
story
go back, or are you just clipping little pictures that people put up of my tweets, or can you actually look?
It's about Odell Beckham.
Sorry, hold on. Frankie, it doesn't matter if he says it or not. Him and Pat talk shit about blacks when we can name multiple instances of them being violent and, in Cumia's case, grooming minors. Yeah, I actually kind of wish that Cumia, if he was going to show up in the chat, showed up later instead of earlier, because I wasn't. I think we're about to get to the parts that I found the most interesting. As I said, the whole whether Cumia is racist or not, it's not a big interest for me because, again, I think it's obvious he is, and I think he's admitted it. So I didn't get that whole thing. It's they're gonna start talking about having to be liberal in Hollywood and other stuff like that, and that's the stuff I find a little more interesting. And again, I was trying to find a way to do this without doing the whataboutism, because I fucking hate whataboutism. But I do find it rich. The Cumia's complaining about, assaults and stuff that he's guilty of, and he doesn't seem to have. It's funny that white people going after minors isn't his passion project. It's black people committing crimes. That's his passion. Doesn't matter what crime, any crime. You think he'd be more passionate about underage individuals, children, protecting them. You think he'd be more passionate about that. But doesn't seem to be, and it could be, it's not convenient for him because he has his own skeletons, and his big hero in the White House has his own skeletons and all that shit, which all has a domino effect, which was the point. Again, I jumped the gun on it. I should have waited, but Cumia was here, so I intentionally jumped the gun when he was here. That all that stuff has a domino effect. I truly believe both Donald Trump and Bill Clinton and people like them being fucking sexual predators has an effect, because those Epstein victims are not getting justice. There's clearly an Israel link. And while this is just speculation on my part, but educated speculation, I believe Israel has to have shit on our fucking leaders, because we bend at their every fucking whim. And we're in a fucking war with fucking, or battle, whatever you want to fucking call it, with Iran right now over it. That every time it seems like it's going to end, doesn't fucking end, because Israel doesn't fucking want it to end. And we're Israel's bitch right now. And why are we Israel's bitch? In my opinion, because of too many of our fucking leaders, including our current president and at least one of our past presidents, are fucking pedos, are fucking sexual fucking deviants, are fucking sexual criminals. Something that Cumia seems to know about. No, I'm not saying Cumia is nearly as bad as those fucks, but it's still bad. They ain't good. Grooming is not fucking good. Assaulting women is not good. Talking to teenage girls online is not good. Going to a fucking prom when you're a grown-ass man is not fucking good.
At the story.
Right, the Odell Beckham. That's the FN that you're talking about.
Yeah, and
so he's rich and he's black and he's privileged. You don't like that.
What did he say?
It makes him an N.
Odell Beckham does have issues.
Odell
Beckham
Beckham
have issues.
He said, "You're gonna wait 40 minutes. I'm gonna be on a private plane home with your fat ass. Get your ass off the plane. Enjoy the cheese board."
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me back this up real quick. I shouldn't have paused it here. This is one of the most meaningless parts of this whole thing. It's also one of the most important, where I think this is where it proves helps more prove that Cumia is racist. Cumia says something about Odell Beckham. Now, if Odell Beckham was the white version, he seems to like. You could say Donald Trump's the white version. Rich, cocky, loves the women, talking shit. Cumia loves it when the fucking white man or orange man fucking does it, but not when the black man does it.
On the way home,
Little pictures that people put up of my tweets, or can you actually look?
It's a Odell piece of shit you'll get.
Where? Liam.
Wait. Kirby, I have to respond. January 11th, 2023. Give a FN a little power and money, and this is the entitled piece of shit you'll get.
Where are you
That's
calling
you.
from his Twitter right now?
Give an FN, so a fucking N word, you know, little money, and this is whatever the fuck. This is the shit you get. And it's gonna be Odell Beckham, because Odell Beckham's talking shit with his swag. And guess what? I don't like Odell Beckham. I don't like no fucking New York. Well, originally a fucking New York wide receiver. I'm not into all the talking shit cockiness in sports. It's not my fucking thing. So I'm no fan of him. I'm not a fan when he does it. I ain't a fan when the fucking white fucking boys do it either. But Cumia only seems to have a problem when the black man does it.
I'm quoting from his Twitter.
Please, Liam, tell me the story that I was addressing when I wrote that.
Well,
Can
the
you
story
go back, or are you just clipping little pictures that people put up of my tweets? Or can you actually
I do back
look
Americans,
Odell
100%, buddy.
at the story?
Right, the Odell Beckham. That's the FN that you're talking about.
Yeah, and
So he's
what
rich and he's black and he's privileged. You don't like that.
What did he say?
It makes him an
What did
N.
he do?
Odell Beckham does have issues.
Odell
He does
Beckham.
have issues.
He
That's
said,
a
"You're
fact.
gonna wait 40 minutes. I'm gonna be on a private plane home with your fat ass. Get your ass off the plane. Enjoy the cheese board on the way home." So, at what point in that story does he murder
Could be.
someone
I
or
didn't
take over a
say
street?
that-
Liam, come on.
There's an attitude.
No one's
that I
saying
was
about
Fucking
murdering
retarded,
anybody.
King. Fucking
I mean, I could go
retarded.
down this guy's Twitter account and show a million
Okay,
instances
but
where
you're not the DA.
I'm not the DA, but he's saying I would never tweet that. And
He
he's,
also, I haven't.
you did. That's a quote from your Twitter account, Anthony.
Doesn't
Literally.
matter that I never said or wrote the N word
Right.
on my social media or said it on a platform. And when I talk about people being savages or animals or entitled or bigots or racists, which
Right.
you see in the black community also, I call them like I see them. And if I have to use FN,
So he has a problem with black people being racist, but not white people being racist. Look, I'm not a fan when black people are racist. I've had black people be racist towards me. One of my best friends when I was second, third, fourth grade was a black kid. His mother, he was originally from Tennessee. Sorry, his mother was originally from Tennessee. I think he was in Massachusetts this whole time. She literally marched with Martin Luther King Jr. and everything. And I remember my parents, they were hearing them talking. They didn't think she liked white people. Like, she didn't seem thrilled that her son was friends with me and coming over. And they ended up moving. So, one of my first experiences with reverse racism was when I was a fucking kid, a young kid. And it was the mother of one of my best friends at the time. So, yeah, it sucks. But I'm older. I kind of understand a little more, but I still don't think it's right, you know? Cumia hates that sort of racism, and I can see why, but he doesn't hate his own. He loves it. I mean, it almost seems silly to talk about. Cause he's fucking racist. You're a brainwashed pawn. There's no game, buddy. There's no pawn. White people have all the power, do they not? Most of the power? I mean, what are we talking about here? No, he has a problem with the recent social popularity of white racism. I don't know. I must look. My son, he's in the fucking next room right there. His best friend's black. We live in I don't live in Boston, anymore, but I live in a city, a small city. And yeah, very in a diverse city. Yeah, I told the story I think on one of Eccles streams. I was walking down the fucking street probably like 2 months ago at this point. I had a car full of young black guys try and fuck with me. They just wanted to see if I was gonna back down. I didn't. They laughed, said they were just joking, and ran away. I mean, drove away. No, it is what it is. Didn't bother me any. It is what it is, man. Like I'll even tell you, I don't have currently in my life, I don't have a black friend that I hang out with. I had a couple black friends when I went to school. I still talk to one here and there on social media, but I haven't seen him in fucking over 10 years, maybe fucking 15 years at this point. So most of my friends are white. Got a couple Hispanic friends. But yeah, most of my friends are white. I don't literally have any black people I hang out with in real life. My son does. I don't. But I'm not racist. It's nothing because I don't want to. Don't even think about that stuff. It's not fucking important. A lot of liberals claim blacks can't be racist. No, they can absolutely be racist. Anyone can be fucking racist. 100%.
To describe someone being something, if someone is being something, I'm going to call it like I see it. And sometimes it doesn't take murder or rape to reach that level. It's
like that guy said to your face and then you slapped his glasses off. He called it like he saw it, Anthony, and you called it harassment. When it was said to you, it was harassment.
The attitude that perpetuates the fucking shit that is going on in this country. And I address it. You don't even see it.
I'm addressing it right now.
You can look at me and say one thing. If you see me a certain way, then you best see yourself on the other end of the spectrum where you refuse to see any of it, Liam.
You don't know anything about me or my politics.
Everybody's the same. We're all wonderful people. If black people are committing a bunch of crimes, it must be because of racists like Anthony Cumia, right, Liam?
That's not what.
See, this is why, this is the parts that I wish Cumia was here for, not this beginning bullshit. I've talked and debated people like this, where they think they can just do this broad brush with everyone on the left or the other side or whatever. And you can't. No one's saying black people don't. Okay, I'm not saying black people don't commit crimes. Of course they do. Just like white people commit crimes. Do they commit them at a higher percentage than their... How the fuck do you even word that? Higher percentage than the percentage they make up in the country of the population? Well, they're being arrested at a much higher percentage, 100%. Committing it? Probably a little more. I'm not going to say that. I'm not even going to say that's not true. So let's fix it. Let's try and help these areas out. Arrest the really fucking bad ones. Lock up the really fucking the violent ones. And then let's try and do something about the drug and nonviolent robberies and stuff like that. By helping out the communities. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. That's socialism. That's blah, 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 blah. So you don't want to fix it. Let's get them some help. Let's get them some mental help. Let's get them some financial help. Let's get them some aid. Let's get them some more educational opportunities. Let's get them better job opportunities, right? Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to call them animals and monkeys and fucking N-words on fucking Twitter because it makes me a bunch of fucking money. Right?
What I said at all. What I'm saying is... What I'm saying is that you are taking a minority of people in a community and tarring them, no offense, with a broad brush.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Fuck, my brain is not working.
No idea what I am.
Thank you, Prashant.
Well, you have no idea what I am.
Anthony, I grew up in New York City. You were extremely famous when I was young. You were reported on all the time.
Yeah.
I'm extremely aware of what you think.
It's not even being done now. Not the way it needs to be done. Have there been? Sure, there's safety net programs. Of course there are. Of course there are. But let me tell you something. Where I live right now, the reason I moved here from where I was before is because the rent was cheaper here and I was getting priced out of the fucking place I was living. The rent here now is through the fucking roof. And the whole reason I moved this fucking shithole is because it was cheaper. Rent is through the roof fucking everywhere. No one can afford shit right now. So what's it like in the poor communities? It's got to be fucking insane. So this shit's not being done. Things are getting more and more lopsided. The haves keep having more and more and more, and the have-nots are getting less and less. Even the people in the middle are starting to get fucking pinched fucking hard. Right? They may not be fucking borderline homeless now, but they got to fucking cut back on so much fucking shit. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And wait till fucking AI starts blowing up, taking fucking more and more fucking jobs. And we'll see how the crime is. Again, this shit's all fucking related. A shock jock saying racist shit doesn't affect the fucking country. It's not that important. I'm covering it because I thought it would lead to this kind of conversation, and because it's in the Dabbleverse. So I found it, interesting, whatever, right? But these are the fucking bigger issues. Not fucking Anthony Cumia saying fucking N-words. Shock. Racist shock jock says something racist. Holy shit. Don't matter. But I think we need to fucking get some fucking truth out here. This shit, this left-right shit, look, that I don't usually like to debate, it's almost getting unavoidable at this fucking point. This whole thing that all lefties are fucking crazy and blah, 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 and it's like, no, dude, it's not how that works. This crazy on all sides. It's starting to become cool or okay to paint all these different groups with a fucking broad brush. I mean, I don't know why it's cool to be fucking conservative all of a sudden. Number one, Cumia's got a bunch of liberal tendencies, whether he realizes it or not. Conservatives get married. Conservatives have children. Conservatives go to church. Conservatives aren't, supposed to be 60-something-year-old men with 30-year-old fucking girlfriends. Banging out of wedlock, right? Doing drugs and alcohol. Those are all liberal things, man. Right? Get married, Cumia. Have some kids. Be faithful, right? Be a conservative. It's so cool. Be one, dude. Be conservative. It's not that much fun to be conservative, though, is it? Not really. So you're being a hypocrite. You're talking out of both ends of your fucking ass over here.
And say.
And how is that a horrible thing? What I think and say that I want the country to be better with less crime and without a group of people
Bo Peep, good to
that
see
have
you.
Decided they're going to cause pandemonium in this country at
Thanks,
unprecedented
Papa.
levels.
Yeah, hit that like button. I
I'm
never
the
said that
problem.
once. I never said
I'm
that.
the one in McDonald's punching the fucking cashier. I'm
Yeah,
one of
you did.
300 people running around the streets every weekend in Chicago.
And look at me. I'm in fucking whiteface, right? I'm really fucking really racist. Dude, you know what? I think when things are done right, like, I still think Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder was fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. And again, as long as it's done right, done funny, done crafted, there's nothing wrong with that shit. But look how angry. Look at this still shot. Look at Cumia getting ready to yell at a fucking black man right now. There's nothing fun about being an angry fucking old white conservative. Angry old white racist conservative. That can't be that much fun. No wonder he has fucking hot fucking problems.
Chicago, Atlanta, New York City, LA, ruining shit, making it impossible. Curfews at the beach now because of a certain group of people, and you don't even want to acknowledge it. I'm the problem, right? I'm the guy.
You're
Haven't there always been curfews at the beach? Beaches always closed at some fucking point during the day. I don't know, Anthony.
You're in. Yes, you are, because you still have a fan base that you like to incite by cherry picking these
Hey,
incidents.
Kim. Good to see you.
Inform, Liam. Inform is different than incite. I'm not pumping anything up.
Okay, sorry. Let me back this up real quick. This was one of the parts I wanted to talk about here.
Because of a certain group of people, and you don't even want to acknowledge it. I'm the problem, right? I'm the guy.
You're in. Yes, you are, because you still have a fan base that you like to incite by cherry picking these incidents.
Inform, Liam. Inform is different than incite. I'm not pumping anything up. I'm stating exactly what's happening in this country. You don't like it because it's against every fucking thing you guys believe in.
Me, guys, who are my people?
You're a
Anthony?
fucking liberal douchebag, Liam.
Of course,
You know
of
it.
course.
You see it. You are. You're one of these fucking
Right.
LA douchebag liberals. You have to be in order to stay in that business out there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what you are.
You do, Liam. You do. You
Yeah, I
do.
do.
I
Of
know
course.
it. You know it. Yeah,
I
I
have
mean,
no principles. I have no
no, it's not. It's not a
No.
matter. It's not a matter of principles. You know, you got to play along, and you got to say everybody's equal. Women are great. Women are as strong as men. Trans people, everybody's great. You can't judge anybody.
Kevin, you're
with
the one that's
common
playing
sense.
along right now. You're playing along
No,
with
you
Anthony.
can't judge anything with common sense. They
All right. So we got two big things said here, right? KB is going to continue on, but whatever. Two big things were said. Liam accused Cumia of inciting his audience. Cumia said, "I'm not inciting, I'm informing. I'm just stating facts. I'm just telling the truth, and you just don't like it because you're a stupid, dirty, lame-ass liberal." And you're in, and this is the second part. He claims that because Liam's in LA and he wants to be in the movie Hollywood fucking business, he has to be fucking liberal. Okay. There is some slight truth. There is some truth to that second part, right? And I'm not saying, I don't know how Liam feels in his heart. Who fucking knows, right? Is Hollywood mostly liberal? Sure. But there are also some conservative aspects in there. Because the liberal progressive position when it comes to Palestine and Israel is to be pro-Palestine. And why don't you ask any fucking actor or actress who's pro-Palestine what's fucking happened to them? They had to fucking rewrite Scream 7 and re-fucking cast it because the two main actresses, right? Can't think of the chick that played the older sister there, but she fucking spoke out in favor of Palestine and got booted from the movie. And then the other sister fucking left the project because of that. Claims it was because of scheduling, but she left right after they booted the chick that played her sister, right? So they had to change the whole plot, make it all about Nev Campbell and her fucking daughter instead of the new generation. Why? Because you can't be fucking pro-Palestine in Hollywood. You can't go against the fucking Zionists. So you got to be conservative when it comes to fucking Israel. So it's not all fucking Libby, right? Second, Liam is actually kind of correct in my opinion when he says that fucking Brennan's got to be all nice to Cumia. Now, great. KV's going to make the point, look, Cumia is a great guest, but I don't need him. He's only been on a handful of fucking times, and I do great numbers. All true. But I can tell you firsthand in this Dabbleverse, it does not pay to be anti-fucking Cumia. I obviously have a tiny fucking channel. But if anyone wants to ask Echo Pineapple or some other people, the one time where I lost a fucking bunch of fucking mass fucking subscribers was the first time I ever did a video on Anthony Cumia, involving Anthony Cumia, and I criticized him. Amazingly, I lost like fucking 10 fucking subscribers or something like that, just like that. I advertised this stream tonight, lost a subscriber like right after I put it up. I'm probably going to lose more tonight. It doesn't pay to criticize Anthony Cumia in the fucking Dabbleverse. It pays to fucking kiss his ass and blah, blah, blah. But I got principles and I got nothing to lose. I'm a fucking shitty fucking streamer fucking on his fucking couch in a Guy Fawkes mask. Got nothing to lose. So I'm not acting like I'm fucking you know, I'm taking a big risk here. But I was just saying, you know, it happens both ways. There are clearly people in the Dabbleverse who kiss Anthony Cumia's ass because it's good for business. Happens all over the place. Oh yeah, Tabby, huge fucking channel. Philip, fuck all celebrities. Just do your job and leave your politics at the door. Nobody cares about your political agenda. That's why the movies, TV shows, everything is going down the drain. Yeah, so there's real quick on that. If you're into something, that's I got no problem. Like it is tough to tell which celebrities are sincere and which ones aren't, though, to be completely fair. And most of them are in the social issues. You don't see a lot of celebrities in the economic issues because they make a lot of money and they want to keep making a lot of money. So, you know, they're not all that sincere, taking all their private jets and then complain about the environment, not talking about struggling working class, middle class. And when they do, they try and act like it's just because Trump's in office, when really Democrats don't fucking do much better. They're fucking shitty with the fucking helping out the working class too. Because it's all, as George Carlin said, it's a great big club and you ain't in it. Krishan, Israel/Palestine issue has divided both the left and the right. Bad example. No, I'm just saying. There are people in Hollywood that, you know, if you take the liberal position in that, it's not good. I don't know. I do know, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Krishan. I mean, you are the conservative. I do know conservatives that don't like Israel, but I don't personally know any conservatives that are pro-Palestine. They just don't like Israel. So that's why I think there's a little difference there. It could be wrong. Could just be my experience, but I haven't really seen any conservatives pulling for Palestine here.
You know, you need Anthony more as a guest more than you need me.
He's been on my show 3 times. He's been on. I'm at show. Listen, let me finish, Anthony. This is show 1600. Cumia's been on 3 times. I'm doing fine with or without him. He is a good guest, but I've done.
Oh shit! I forgot the first example that Cumia gave. My bad. Sorry, Cumia. Cumia said that he's not inciting. He's just informing. And it's not his fault if fucking Liam doesn't like the truth or whatever. All right. What happens when somebody calls Trump a fascist, right? What happens when they say, you know, with the new voting fucking act, democracy's in trouble. I see right-wing pundits claiming that those lefties saying that are inciting, exciting violence against Trump, and that's why so many people are taking shots at him, when really they're just informing. So it's kind of insincere when someone says something that the right wing doesn't like. That's inciting. But when Cumia says something that he thinks the lefty doesn't like, he's informing, he's not inciting. It's a little hypocritical. So I don't buy that one either. Right? I mean, the current vice president, J.D. Vance, once compared Trump to Hitler. Is that inciting or is that informing? I've never even compared Trump to Hitler. Now, I get why some people did it, because early Hitler wasn't gassing Jews. So you can compare him to earlier Hitler, but I think that's a little irresponsible because we know what later on Hitler did, and that's what people fucking think about. So I don't know, just amazing if you criticize a beloved right wing figure, especially Trump, they'll say it's inciting, but really it's informing. Right? Thank you, Young Old Vibes. Philip here. The Republican Party is pissing in their pants right now because they're going to lose the House coming in midterms. Yes, they are. Look, I'd love to do a show on that. Let me just say this, Philip. I don't know where you seem like just by your comments, very reasonable person. I will say the reason I'm not even remotely excited is I have no faith in the Democrat Party. None whatsoever. And too many of them are running on Trump bad, vote for me, I ain't Trump. And they're not going to change things in the way they need to be changed. They're going to continue to do what the corporate overlords want them to do. They'll work with Republicans because they have many of the same fucking donors. So I don't have a lot of faith. And then people will start getting pissed at Dems, and then they vote the other way. That's why we got this back and forth coming. We need better Democrats in there. All right, Republican politicians, they're saying it's the party of Trump, so they've, they're lost. What's his face? The who just lost his primary. He voted with Trump over 90% of the time, but voted against him whenever it came to like protecting pedophiles and shit like that. Just got outed, right? So you can't go against Trump. So we need faith in the Democrats, and I have literally zero faith in the Democrat Party. There are a few I think are better than the others, but even they let me down. Even they disappoint me. Seems like whenever there's a big moment, they'll let me down, So I don't know. It's fucking awful. I don't vote. Why? Because I like to complain. Hey, dude, just like George Carlin. That's right. I vote, so I have no right to complain. I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's you hear people, right, especially like the commentators on late night TV saying how important it is to vote, get a vote in Democrats, and I'm just not. Again, I don't have the faith. All it might stop some of the bleeding in certain areas, but it's not going to fix things. And ain't even going to get things back to the way they were, which was broken. So it's tough. Kimberly, I think they are all full of it. They talk a good game when running, then get in office and get power and do what they want to help them, not the people. 100%, Kimberly, 100%. I agree. I 100% agree. Democrats have a very shallow bench, too many incompetents and cretins. It's too many. Too many of them are being bought by Wall Street and corporations. That's the problem. Just like that's the problem with the Republicans. It's not this notion that Democrats hate America, Republicans hate America. No, I don't believe any of that shit. I don't think any of these politicians hate America. They just love their bank accounts and they love their fucking power. So they do what's best for them financially, and they do what's best for them to stay in fucking office, which unfortunately, the more money spent on campaigns, the better chance they have of winning. Doesn't mean they're a better candidate. Usually it means they're not a fucking better candidate. So, I don't know. We've got to get people to wake up, but it's tough. It's tough. Nick, can you please say, park my car for the fans, please? Yes, I just said it. Thank you, Tabby. All right. I think we're near the end of this, and then we can just finish with some fun Rob Schneider stand-up comedy.
This is show 1600, which will not be on Patreon, by the way. It'll go right to Rumble. And but I'll be fine with or without Anthony Cumia, even though he's a very great guest, and that's a fact.
Thank you, sir.
But Liam, they are closing beaches early because of teens, and now with social media, these teens they go online and they go, we're all going to meet at Wildwood or another beach. And Liam, I live here.
Okay, they're closing beaches because of teens meeting at a beach. That's a national fucking story. That's a national problem. That's going to bring our country to its fucking knees. Teenagers at a fucking beach. What are you talking about, Cumia? I mean, Brennan. What are you talking about, Brennan? I know Cumia brought it up. What are you talking about, KB and Brennan? Holy shit. Breaking news. Teenagers at the beach. Oh my God. What are we going to fucking do? I never went to the beach as a teenager. Give me a fucking break. Let's ignore all the sex crimes of the guy in the right corner, right? Let's ignore all the sex crimes of the guy in the Oval Office. Teenagers at the fucking beach. Holy shit.
Here, I watched the news. I watched the news.
Happening. You're denying
These are facts. These are facts.
You're
Liam,
denying
Liam
something we
also,
all see.
Liam also, when you're on a subway, which a lot of people are, and a group of teens get.
Kim, I don't know where he originally came from. I first saw him on the MLC like a long time ago. He streams every so often. I've streamed with him once or twice with Jake Hudson, so not like a real stream or anything, but just fucking around. He goes on Clowntown, or used to go on Clowntown, I think too. That's like the other show he goes on a lot. He's like middle aged, lives in California. He loves movies. He used to get his balls busted because I think he moved back to live with his mother so he could go to like film school while he's in his 40s or whatever. I don't know if he dropped out, but anyway, he's a big film buff. So I didn't even know his political leniencies, but I guess or tendencies, but I guess he's a lefty. But yeah, I just know him from Kevin Brennan, Jake Hudson, and Clowntown. Just a Dabbleverse streamer guest who's really in the movies. Sounds like the old man is yelling, "Get off my damn grass, kids!" 100%. Yeah. Liam comes off as a milquetoast centrist. Yeah, probably. Like that's what I consider. Lot of so quote unquote Democrats or shit libs I consider just milquetoast centrists.
On the
100%.
subway, everybody gets nervous, especially if they're one persuasion. So they use their blackness to scare people. Like they come on the train, they do whatever they want. They put their fucking their feet up on the seat next to them, and if you look at them, they go, "You got a problem with me?" These are facts. You can pretend that it's not happening, but I live it. When's the last time you've been on the subway in New York? When's the last time you lived in New York?
I lived in New York.
You're doing the libtard thing like Anthony's racist because he's pointing out things, but you're the opposite. You're like you don't see anything that's happening because that.
Kumi is clapping. You're crying about teenagers at the fucking beach. And we're supposed to act like that's a big important fucking issue for the country. Teenagers at the fucking beach. Teenagers saying, "Hey, let's all meet at the fucking beach." What the fuck are they even talking about? You're right. This is two old men yelling, "Get off my fucking lawn." Thank God you care about the importancies of the country. Look, again, I've said a bunch of times tonight, this shit's all connected. Well, if things keep going this way and people keep losing less and less of their fucking income, people like Cumia and KB are going to fucking suffer because people aren't going to have extra money to throw for fucking super chats and super tips or whatever. And Cumia will really be counting on that WABC fucking gig. Because people ain't going to have extra money to throw around on fucking YouTube.
And then you lose your fucking, your LA, "Hey, I'm a liberal, just like you" card. It's pathetic.
Yeah, I don't have that card, unfortunately.
Yeah, because you're trying to get it, so you got to say the right things. You can't be on the scene on the show agreeing with anything that whatever.
No clue,
I mean,
Philip.
facts are facts. Facts are facts.
Kevin, you sound like me making fun of Jewish conspiracies 20 minutes ago. There's not like a cabal of liberals who run LA that I have to be with.
I thought
There are. There's a cabal. You got to think a certain way in Los Angeles.
You really don't. There's
You
a
do.
tremendous amount of conservatives in charge.
hanging right in front of his face, all this shit,
Right.
and he doesn't see. You don't need to be of a certain mindset when you live and work in the entertainment industry in LA.
Ask Joe Rogan. Ask Joe Rogan.
conservative.
Liam,
Joe Rogan's the most successful comedian in a
Liam,
generation.
Liam, the people,
Oh,
the people that don't aren't left are basically they're actually pegged. Like it's Adam Carolla. Everybody knows. Everybody in Hollywood knows the people that are on the right side. There's like 6 of them.
Right.
Adam Carolla and a couple of actors, Kevin Sorbo. But everybody else is on the left. And if you're not on the left, you better be very successful that you can, like Adam Carolla can make his own money. Joe Rogan can make his own money. Everybody else is on the left. Everybody knows that.
Right. Anthony, your mic is down. The chat saying your mic's not loud.
Check. How you doing?
No, it's working.
Oh, okay.
it works. The chat sometimes.
God damn it, Aussie guy. I wish I fucking thought of that one. Motherfucker. You know what? I'm actually, I never thought Cumia would show up in the chat, so I'm surprised he was here earlier and glad he was here. But again, I really wish he showed up for the second half instead of the first half. Because the first half kind of sucked. Didn't care about the first half. Wanted to get to the second half shit when he's like an old man yelling at the fucking kids on the fucking lawn. And fucking being a massive fucking hypocrite when it comes to this fucking... I'm not inciting. I'm just fucking, fucking informing. And the fucking acting like he cares about all what's happening to fucking people. What's happening to young people. Don't you worry about what you do to young people. Why don't you worry about what your president does to young people? Just like we should worry about what the ex-president Bill Clinton did to young people. So maybe we should get justice for all those underage people who got molested and raped in the fucking Epstein files. Oh shit, we could do that, but we won't. And the only reason we won't is because the man in charge is all over that fucking thing. And Israel has the goods. Why are we bombing Iran? We know why. It's all linked together. Stuff that's much more important than fucking teenagers at the fucking beach.
Gets a little rambunctious.
Yeah. Well, I think they want to hear you more than they want to hear me.
Well,
but anyway,
they're saying, Liam, they're saying you're loud. I don't. It doesn't really matter.
Am I too loud? I'll turn it down.
So I'll probably YouTube will probably shut me down any second. So I don't think
this isn't.
No. But listen,
We've said nothing that's going to get you knocked off. It's a lively debate.
Okay, yeah, this is the end of it. There's like less than a minute and a half left, and it's just Cumia leaving, trying to say his goodbye. I do not watch anyone on the internet for political advice. I read and use my brain. 100%. You really shouldn't. 100%, Kimberly. I watch people, there are certain people I trust more than others, and it's taken me years to trust them. So if there's a topic where I fully admit I am not informed enough on, I will take, their advice more than others. But I actually listen to a lot of, I used to when I had more time. I used to listen to fucking all this, like left-wing media, fucking centrist corporate media, right-wing media, and you can put it all together. Now, don't just take anything that anybody fucking says. 100%. I agree. No, they just block out the rich and powerful, but keeps the victims' names visual. Yeah, no shit. They did worse than nothing. They fucking exposed the shit they weren't supposed to expose. The innocent people, the victims. And then, 100%, Philip. All right. Gonna go out with a little fun here. The other day, like I said, when I was chopping up videos for Between Two Hacks, which is the show I do with Echo Pineapple on his channel. I was editing a clip of the Mud Shack. And the whole reason I chose, I was trying to cover all, Echo, I have to cover all different shows. I can't cover the same show more than once. And there was a little Jake Hudson clip in the middle of it, so I thought it'd be kind of funny. But at the end of the clip, right, Chad says that he recently opened for Rob Schneider in Florida. And that was all sold out. It was great, blah, blah, blah. And it reminded me of the stand-up bit Rob Schneider did last month during CPAC. It's only like a 5-minute set. And yeah, for whoever's left in the chat, I thought it'd be interesting to kind of discuss what think of right-wing comedy. Like I said earlier, I think it's hard for conservative comics especially today, like I said, because comedians, usually punch up. It's just to hold the powerful accountable, and they go after the elites, the powerful, the government. And if you're a conservative right now, it's like you have to like kiss Trump's ass and the government's ass. So it's tough to make these jokes. And oh my God, these jokes are fucking dreadful. He even has a fucking like notebook or some shit with like notes and shit, and it's just so bad. It's so bad. He tries to like leave early. He's the final like 2-3 minutes of this video are just him trying to find out who's coming up after him so he can fucking introduce him and fucking leave. It's the fucking Chad Zumock. I watched like 2 5-minute sets that Chad did, and they were fucking better than this. 100%. We're better than fucking Rob Schneider.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Oh, so they got a new woman on The View. Have you heard? Jimmy Kimmel is going to join the cast. How are you? Thank you so much for being out here. I appreciate it. We'll tell you, something happened where I was able to get lunch. I just got off the plane
she's the
from
worst,
Europe.
Philip. She's the worst.
And we went out to a place here in town in Dallas, and the waiter was a little nervous. And I said to him, and he's a Mexican guy. And I said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Mr. Schneider, I'm just a little nervous because I am not here legally. And I'm afraid that ICE is going to take me and back to Mexico." And I felt like, wow, that's awful. Because these are the people that we want in this country. People are working really hard. Then he completely screwed up my lunch and was like, "Get this guy out of here."
That's probably the best joke he tells the whole time. And I'm not kidding. That's probably the best joke of the whole fucking set.
You can't screw up lunch. That's the most important meal of the day. My favorite, my favorite comedy now is Instagram. Mexican guys crying. Have you seen that? It's pretty funny. "Please, El Presidente Trump, don't take my mother-in-law back to Mexico. She's not here legally, please. Her name is Maria Reyes Gonzalez. She lives at 311 Nelson Avenue. She's 4'11", 293 pounds. She's there right now. I'll help you pack her shit." So anyway, I will say, I do not believe that Somalia is sending us their best. We're not getting the engineers, the doctors, the lawyers, if they have any in Somalia. We're not getting.
Yes, I still remember. Do you remember I don't even know if it's on anymore. MTV Cribs. They used to show like famous like actors and singers and shit. They show their homes or whatever, right? And I remember the Rob Schneider one. He said, "This is welcome to my beautiful home, blah blah blah," or as I call it, the house that Sandler built. And yeah, man, this shit is just, yeah, he's just telling these he goes, like I said, he's got this little notebook, a couple times he's like, "Oh, I can't say that one. I don't want to get in trouble." It's like, dude, you're at fucking CPAC. Every joke you tell is fucking racist or whatever anyway, and this shit, it's not. And it's always funny to me, like, Rob Schneider's like, I'm pretty sure he's like half Filipino or some shit. Like, I mean, he may be all American, but I think at least one of his parents is an American or something. I don't know. It's fucking funny, and I actually think that he used to be a decent yeah, stick around, Philip. That gets you can do it. Like two different people yelling from the fucking crowd towards the end. And yeah, he kind of acknowledges it. I thought some of his characters in some of the Sandler movies were pretty fucking funny. I mean, they were stupid, slapsticky, goofy Sandler movies, but and I never got into that Deuce Bigelow shit. But as a little side character, Schneider wasn't bad. I don't know what the fuck happened to the fucking dude. He's fucking brain dead here, but okay, so yeah, so it is true. I'm guessing the Filipino thing. Yeah, it's always weird to me. It seems to be a decent amount of people who either weren't, I don't know, like first generation Americans, and some of them that are MAGA or pro ICE or whatever. I don't know. It boggles my mind.
We seem to be getting the not very good ones. Pirates, I know. And who wants their babies babysat by Somalian people? I mean, didn't anybody see Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks? They're pirates. A lot, not saying all, most. Not saying all. But that just goes to show you what an incredible country that we live in. That people can come over here, they don't even have to be legal. From Somalia, they can just come over here, marry their brother, and then open up a Leering Center. And the next thing you know, now it's incredible. How rich is this country where Somalians could be stealing billions of dollars from us and we don't even notice? How incredible is that? Can you imagine you can have $100,000 in your pocket and it just goes missing? And you go, oh, I don't know, I got another 100,000 over here. This is going to sound terrible, maybe a little racist. So I won't say it because you guys are all filming this. But let me see. I had some points. I just got back from Hungary, where the Hungarian Donald Trump, Viktor Orban, is there. He's a great guy, and it's an amazing free country, and it doesn't have the what the rest of Western Europe has. They've managed to keep that country free, and I hope it can maintains that way.
Okay, for those of you that don't know, Viktor Orban, he actually lost the election last month, probably shortly after this. So, yeah, he is like the Hungarian or European, whatever, Donald Trump. Trump has tried to emulate some of the things that Victor did, but saying they're like the freest country in Europe or whatever the fuck he said is insane. Victor literally said when he I think he was first elected in 2010, and he's like, I only got to win once. And he got in there, he won, and then he started changing things. So it was very hard for him to lose again. I want to say a few years after he was in, say 2012, 2014, whatever the fuck it was, right? He did all this gerrymandering. So his party won something. His party got something of like 45% of the vote, but over 90% of the districts because of the fucking gerrymandering. Made it almost impossible for him to fucking lose. Hungary is the poorest fucking nation in fucking Europe. So that's some great freedom there when people don't get no fucking money and shit. And then some of his shit socially, he's very anti-LGBTQ and all that shit. He's, anti-immigrant, all that stuff. So, that, not saying it's good. It's not good, but That doesn't have a lot to do with the economic shit about it. But yeah, it's anyway. It's so hard for him to lose, and yet he fucking finally lost this last election. That's how bad it is. And they have the media. They have literally have like a government media thing there, where all the government news stories have to be approved. But like the government will literally send them what to fucking say. Literally, there's a reporter who was like, "Yeah, sometimes I just Control C, Control V, and boom, there's my article." Can't say anything bad. Can't criticize Victor or the fucking government. So that's not freedom. That's against the First Amendment. The fucking First fucking Amendment. The first thing we fucking have in our Constitution. They're getting fucked. They're getting state-run fucking media out there. Yeah, great free country, Rob. Fucking idiot.
So, and I did that, and I wrote some notes down. What else here? Oh, the Chinese Bible that the government of China puts in. You know, the famous biblical quote of Jesus when he goes, they're about to stone this woman. And Jesus says, those who have committed no sin cast the first stone. And so they all drop their stones. In the Chinese communist version, after Jesus says, "Ye who has not sinned, cast the first stone." After that, in the Chinese version, Jesus kills her himself. It's incredible. So, is that Nick Shirley over there? Nick! That is. Is that him?
No, watch. It's not Nick Shirley. It's fucking Alex Stein. Our boy Alex.
It's not? Oh, it's Alex Stein. Okay. I can't see without my glasses. But yeah, so that's pretty remarkable. What else I wanted to tell you? Oh, Bill Gates, it came out that Jeffrey Epstein said in those papers that he's a very good source, by the way. I think a very believable source, Jeffrey Epstein. That Bill Gates apparently got STDs from Russian hookers too. Yeah, the guy yells it over there. And then he tried to get Jeffrey Epstein to get him some antibiotics so he could sneak them into his wife. Now that's terrible, but at least he had a plan. A lot of guys don't even have a plan. A lot of guys would go, I don't know how you got it. You know, maybe at Pilates. They never clean those things down over there, you know. Those yoga pants, viruses can go right up your hoo-hoo. You never know.
Fucking Rob Schneider should have been opening for Chad Zumock. I'm not wrong. This shit is not funny, right? This shit is not fucking funny. This is what happens. Like, I can't even blame this on being a conservative comedian or a right-wing comedian. This is what happens when you're a sycophant comedian. When you got a fucking leader's balls in your fucking mouth, and so all your jokes have to be things that you think Donald Trump would fucking approve. And then you end up with this fucking garbage. Or else Rob's just not funny as a stand-up. Like, because I think there are even some other comedians that could take these same premises and make it funny. Like, I mean, even his delivery isn't good. His delivery just kind of like sucks. Thank you for the honesty, Mr. Oh, Cryptid, are you on that? Are you on that? What the fuck is it called? Sorry, the thing that Flimsy Greenberg made there, the Devilverse fucking like board there where it shows when everyone goes live. Because I was talking with him the other day, and he was like, if I think of anyone he missed, to let him know. I skimmed it real quick, and I didn't see you, but that means nothing because I skimmed it so fucking quick. Let me know if you're on that fucking dashboard thing, because you should be if you're fucking not. Yeah, Dabble Dash. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not on that thing, let me know, because you absolutely should be. You should be more than me. So I'll let him know. Like I said, I almost said something, but I only had a chance to like scroll like real quick, so I very easily just could have missed you.
But women are too smart for that kind of stuff, guys. Women will never fall for that. No matter how, how clever you are. Honey, I just made you a new smoothie. Are you trying to sneak antibiotics into me because you got STDs from Russian hookers? That's how smart they are. So let me think of what else I can say. It's kind of distracting up here. Oh, yeah. Not that. I don't want to get in trouble. All right. What's to get in trouble? No. I can do it. You can do it. Thank you. Well, are we gonna have? Is Andrew Doyle here? And we're gonna have a little talk. And we're gonna ask some questions for people. Have a little discussion. Do you guys want to do that now? Is Andrew here? Are we gonna do that, or are we gonna do that after? We'll do it after. So what's gonna happen now? Oh, you got music next. You can do it. I already did it. You did it. Hi. Anyway, so let me see if I have something that I wanted to tell you that was important. Oh, I'm going to come back up here with a couple of guys, and we'll go over some of the stuff that's happening in the country and what we need to work on as a next. So who's going to come up and do some? Who is it? Who am I introducing next? John Mellis? What's that? All right, I'm going to sing for you. So who's... I will. You guys come up here. We're going to have music, and then I'm going to come back up. And that's what the rumor I just heard. And then, so you guys stick around for a little bit, and I'll come back up, and we'll do some more. All right? Thank you so much. John Mellis is coming up now. Hey, good to see you.
Oofa. It's like, hey, can we hurry up and get fucking John Mellis the fuck up here so I can get the fuck off? Was he saying that Melinda was dumb or Bill? Yeah, that's a good question. I think he said Bill had a plan. At least he had a fucking plan. And then he said women are too smart for that. And he did the whole, did you have sex with a hooker? If he's so funny, when was the last comedy special? Oh, wait. Yeah, this was bad. And to be fair, some of these guys, like, Adams, like SNL type fucking comedians, their stand-up isn't very good. He's far from the only one. I'm not going to act like, the Chris Rocks are few and far between, the good ones. But this was awful. He's doing a comedy show in front of what, like 30 people? Yeah, I mean, his defense, he's at CPAC. It's not one of his comedy shows. But and of course when you're at CPAC, you got to do political jokes. But my God, I mean, Dave Chappelle can just go up there and wing it, and his shit is 1,000 times better than this. And he tells some conservative jokes, He's both. This was just fucking bad. 100%, Philip. 100%. All right, yeah, so we're all in agreement, even the conservatives. Fucking Rob Schneider is not funny. I think it would be an interesting topic to discuss at some point. But I'd like to have guests for that one, at least one guest, at least a conservative guest. Cryptid, if you're interested. Some point. To discuss, because notoriously comedians used to be, things have changed. Comedians used to be liberal, like I said, some would even act like George Carlin, as I said earlier. He'd make fun of conservatives and liberals, but he definitely leaned left 100%. He just, I guess he was kind of like me. Can still shit on the left, except he can do it much funnier than I ever could. And then we had the movement to the right with the Joe Rogans, and I don't think Rogan's a conservative. I think he's more centrist. But that a lot of the comedians started going after liberals, and that became the cool thing. It used to be going after the elites, going after the establishment, punching up. That's what the comedians did, and then that turned into going after the left. And I think it'd be an interesting discussion. Which brand of comedians are funnier? The lefty comedians who go after the elite, or the right-wing conservatives who go after liberals? Obviously, I'm sure my opinion would be no surprise, but if there's somebody on the right who thinks differently, I think that would be interesting. Don't forget about Lewis Black. Yeah, Lewis Black is a funny motherfucker. 100%. 100%. No, and that's the type of conservative comedy that doesn't seem to be a thing anymore. I mean, he made fun of religion, right? I don't think you're going to see a right-wing comedian today make fun of, Christianity. Like Lewis made fun of Christianity. It's one of my favorite bits of his. I mean, he's Jewish, so he didn't make fun of his own religion, but it was good. There's a lot of good comedians from Boston. I'm sure you know that, Philip. A lot of them, or Massachusetts. Joe Rogan is not one of them, and that's nothing to do with him being a centrist or whatever. I actually enjoy a lot of Joe Rogan's interviews. I'm not like one of these massive Joe Rogan fans that would religiously watch him. It all depended on his guests. And if he had a guest I was interested in, I would always watch. But Joe Rogan's stand-up was never good. And I like the guy. But yeah, there's some lot of good ones. Some of them even ask women if it's okay if they jerk off in front of them. That's what some Boston guys are into. Carlin would have definitely shit on culture wars and 100% other lib shit. But he was anti-war, especially offensive wars. And not because it cost taxpayers, but because of the loss of human life. Yeah. I still remember, I think it was one of his specials in the 90s. He literally started off the special saying something like, why is it that people who are against abortion are people you wouldn't want to fuck in the first place? And then he did a whole abortion thing or whatever. I am a big Bill Burr guy. Yep. Echo Pineapple and I actually did a members only stream. It was my favorite stream I did with him, I think. We had a debate about Bill Burr, whether he's changed and sold out or not. It was pretty good. What's up, Kahuna? Thanks for coming in for the final end there. All right, I think I have to wrap this up. I have to watch an episode or two of something with my son before we go to bed. And we're a little over 2 hours. I was just going to do about 2 hours. So thank you, everyone who showed up. For those of you that were here earlier, Anthony Cumia was here for probably about 20 minutes or so early on in it. I apologize. I kind of fucked that part up because, again, I had a feeling he wasn't going to stay. So I jumped the gun and made analogies on shit that I wanted to talk about later in the video that we never got. That I got to, but he wasn't here for it. So that's why I think some of it, when I brought up Israel and Iran and shit, I wanted to make that connection later in the video, which I did, but I knew he wasn't going to. I had a feeling he wasn't going to be here for it, and he was not. Send Comic the link. I've only streamed with Comic once, and that was literally Saturday night on Clowntown. I had never met him before, so I don't think Comic would do my stream. But thank you. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. Philip, if anyone, I would love to read about what's going on in today's world with Hunter S. Thompson. Oh, yeah, I wish he was here. Oh, something else I'm thinking of doing. I haven't decided. So, for those of you that probably weren't watching me a year ago at all, about a year ago, a there was a high school junior who was arrested in my state while on the way who was picked up by ICE while on the way to volleyball practice, and he happened to live in the town where I graduated high school. I moved around a good amount when I was younger. My father was from the Boston area in the city, and my mother was from the suburbs, and I ended up moving around both places. So it's the town I went to high school in for like 4 years. So not my hometown, but obviously a town I lived in that was big to me. And one of my best friends is a teacher there. Another kid I graduated with is a principal. So I know he was picked up by ICE. It made national news at the time. I'm sure nobody remembers because way bigger shit happened with ICE. But yeah, he's about to graduate. He ended up finally getting released. Didn't know where he was, but I was thinking of doing a follow-up story on it. Like I might try and edit down the video, the live stream I made, because I made it so long ago, and I did a surprise that like almost nobody watched it. There were 2 people chatting throughout the whole thing. There was a veteran, and we had a great back and forth. We disagreed on a lot of stuff, but it was very, polite and amicable. And Ava showed up towards the end, and Ava and the the veteran got like in a little fight. But yeah, I know a lot of people didn't see it. So I was thinking about editing some of the highlights and going over it and doing like a follow-up on it, but we'll see. It was ceiling fans are in sync. It's so high. Oh, my big fan. What's up, Ray DeVito, the Gummy Smoke? I know you're a huge fan. Yeah, huge fan of me. Don't worry, I'm ending, so you don't have to hear too much. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. As I said, I used to do, till very recently, I was doing a weekly Dabbleverse political show called Dabbling in Politics with Liquid Cryptid. We stopped doing that on the regular, but we do plan on doing pop-up shows like tonight. I kind of decided yesterday I was going to stream tonight, so it's probably how it's going to be, at least for the time being. With shit going on in my personal life, I cannot regularly schedule shit and make it every week. I was having to cancel too much. Point counter pointless. Yes, Philip. Yes. All right. But yeah, when things come up, like I thought the Liam Cumia thing, the second half of it anyway, I thought was semi-interesting. So I figured I'd cover that. And yeah, as I said, when Chad mentioned he opened for Schneider recently, I figured we'd go over this too. So when more stuff comes up like that, I will go live again, hopefully soon, maybe later this week, who knows. And I hope to see some of you then, because you were a great chat, and I appreciate every one of you, even you, Ray DeVito, the Gummy Smoker. Anyway, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Hey, ladies of the Dabbleverse, I'm good at eating pussies.
Mumbling Nick in the back room, Clary. Cool pineapples rolls, too strength to bear. And if this East End cake, you've got some flair. Time to break the chains and take the air. I will try my best, won't let it rest. With a mic in hand, I'll ace this test. From the shadows to the limelight's crest, I will try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Nick's voice stumbles, but the words ignite. In the chaos, truth takes flight. No more scripts, no boss in sight. He's got his dream, he'll do it right. I will try my best, won't let it rest. With a mic in hand, I'll ace this test. From the shadows to the limelight's crest, I will try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. the words ignite. In the chaos, truth takes flight. No more scripts, no boss in sight. He's got his dream, he'll do it right. I will try my best, won't let it rest. With a mic in hand, I'll ace this test. From the shadows to the limelight's crest, I will try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best. Interviews roll, stories unfold. Mumbling no more, his voice turns bold. Mr. C cheers from the sidelines cold. Ain't no pineapple left in the cold. Now the studio's his, the future bright. Nick's own podcast is guiding light. No more whispers, his tone takes flight. He's soaring now with all his might. Yeah!
Taz, if you want me to go down on you, I will. I'll try my best.